coffee this morning or to not get coffee? It's the million-dollar question every morning. Actually, you know what? Here's how we're gonna decide. If we have any calls or meetings this morning that are before 10 a.m., which I don't remember, we're not gonna do coffee. I got nothing, baby! Let's go get coffee! Let me let you guys in on a little bit to explain my dilemma of why I'm so like, do I get coffee or do I not get coffee? I don't really show it, but I work out every morning. I have a gym in my house and I try to work out every morning. I'm a victim of always using pre-workout. I can't not use pre-workout. It's so tough for me. And for that reason, oh yeah, no straw. Thank you so much. And for that reason, I ingest a lot of caffeine every morning. Not the most ideal thing to have a lot of caffeine and then an hour and a half later, go and get more caffeine. But I kind of do it anyway, and I'm almost just like addicted to having this and taking a few different sips, whether I finish it or not, that's a whole different story. But I'm trying to break my habit of always using pre-workout in the morning, so if any of you guys have some tips, let me know. I might be the only one who thinks this, but whenever I see the new BMWs, like the X3s and X5s, I always feel like these taillights, they look like the energy swords from Halo. Am I the only one who thinks that? One of my favorite life hacks when backing up into a spot and you're trying to make sure you don't like hit the backstop of like the curb or like hit a curb when you're backing up is when you have a car next to you, I like to use the reflection so I know how close I am. Keep going, keep going. Oh, it just disappeared on me. That was a bad example. There's a body line that I didn't see, but you guys get the picture. We have to do one bank stop this morning because there is something that I have been working on for the last like 6 months. And if you watch the Clips channel, Sabrina blew it. She talked about it, but I need to do some things here in preparation for what's gonna be happening in like 2 to 3 weeks. All right, the deed is done. Exciting, nerve-wracking. I'm excited to tell you guys about it. Big stuff, investing in our future. That's what's important here. All right, let's get the day started, baby. So I finally have a GTR update for you guys that I have been waiting to give you, but it's taken a lot of time. For those that aren't in tune or aren't updated, we've been seeking out an everlasting problem with the GTR ever since I did the famous old little mischief that you guys love to just send me Instagram memes about nonstop and remind me every day of the mistakes that I made. But regardless, when that happened, we thought we hurt the motor, we bought a new motor, put that in, and ever since that has gone in, you still have been dealing with problems. It's been about a month until yesterday. Watch this. We're gonna let that warm up for just a second. So for the first time since we have the new setup together, we can actually rev the car and not have it break up in advanced timing. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you or take credit for the fix or act like I really understand the fundamentals, because that's why I have these gentlemen here. Who wants to take the reins?
To what?
Let's give me the 3-minute detailed synopsis of
why the car works.
It's a big happy family. Take the Christmas photo.
Chestnuts roasting on an open.
As most of you guys know who watch this channel, I have 3 dogs. I have Hilo, Blue, and Kona. Both of these Goldens will eat anything I put in front of them. But this guy right here, this guy is super picky. And I think all of us have had a dog like that or own a dog like that. And in the last few months, I have switched over to Sundays for Dogs food, and it has been the best decision we have ever made. I'm telling you, Blue would literally not eat for days with his old food, but ever since I've given him this, he literally, can you shake my foot? Oh, good job. He literally begs and waits for me to put down his food every day. For example, here's my old dog food. These Goldens literally are fiending for it. When I put it in front of Blue's face, he literally just sniffs it and walks away. Here you go, you can eat it.
The Sundays for Dogs food just works, and that's why it is now the standard and staple here in the Hunt residence. Sundays for Dogs is the answer for you if you have that stubborn dog or you're just trying to upgrade the meals for your animals. This is the way, and I was able to secure a coupon code for you guys to save some money. You can get 35% off of your first box by using the code on screen or by clicking the links down below in the description. Surprise your dogs with new dog food this holiday season. Use my coupon, and let's get back to today's video.
We got the motor out. We had the bad head gasket. We found that we replaced that
Because of
somewhere
the overshift.
Because of the overrev. Somewhere in that time, the battery started going bad, and that's the biggest thing that we are resorting out to, and it made the difference. So battery's starting to go bad. We ended up blowing a fuse. We replaced a bunch of little knick-knack things and things that all needed to be sorted out to make this thing what it needs to be to run right. And now we ended up testing with spare Haltech ECU that we had. That thing ended up not being the problem. They're so durable, it's insane.
Took 37 volts.
To the face.
And the coil packs too. So kudos to you, HKS.
Yeah, HKS, great coils. After that, we ended up doing a bunch of diagnostic with Haltech, West Coast and Australia.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Scott.
Scott, tuning fork. So then we came down to, in a conversation that we all had late one night, it went by my head, all of our heads, real quickly. He's like, I've only ever seen this when the batteries are dying. And it's like, no, it's a brand new battery.
And it was, which it is. We bought a brand new battery. It's probably been in here for like 2 or 3 months.
So we ended up not thinking about it, coming back down, re-investigating the ECU that wasn't it, crank sensor that wasn't it, cam sensor that wasn't it, and then coming to the fact that we just needed to change the battery, try another one. It's the only possible thing, last ditch effort, and it made the difference.
For those that maybe don't have all the knowledge of what a battery can do, could you give a brief explanation of how a battery, which maybe some people might think that's just to start the car, how could that be related to the car advancing timing and having certain things
Smooth brain it for us. Really smooth brain it for us.
Smooth brain, the battery is the big pond that feeds all the water to the electronics. The electricity is the water. And the coils cycle on and off. So they're adding water back and forth. And because of that, we were getting to the triggering voltage of the coils. And it seems like they were just self-igniting. So we would spin the motor up, the coils would go on and off. The voltage on that signal line would fluctuate, and they would just start advancing themselves out of our control.
No matter what we did.
We
no
would
matter
have
what we did. RPM, it would shift and climb the ignition timing.
We would have the ECU locked at a certain degree, and it would advance itself. We replaced everything along the thought path of anything that touches the ignition timing to be static. And none of that made the difference. That was the crank trigger wheel, checking a different ECU. These Haltechs are reliable.
Damn.
Buy yourself one.
Well, it's been a lot of diagnosing, and I'm proud of these boys. They worked super hard, and there was Andrew Molina, big help.
Yeah, he's the man. I've known Andrew for 15 years.
He came down, and currently the car, because he was someone who was able to be hands-on with us and walk through it, he actually went in and set us back up. We're currently on 14 pounds of boost. We drove it yesterday. The car's running really, really well. I'll drive it today. We'll take it home today and I'll show you guys. He really made some adjustments with our V-cam, and we're really utilizing the V-cam, and the car feels really good. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm so excited and happy, and the car rips at 14 pounds. Previously, we were at 29 pounds, and that's where we found the turbos just became inefficient. So we still have 14 to 15 pounds. That's double the amount of boost we can push through this, and the thing already feels like, or 60% as fast as what it was. So I'm excited, needless to say.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Me too. I'm excited.
This is pretty wild. So you guys might be like, okay, a bad battery. So on this battery, it's bulging. You might be able to even see it on camera.
Swelling is reduced. No, it's still there. You can feel it. It's hard to see, but
Yeah, there's a bump. Like, imagine if someone pelted you in the head with a baseball, and then you'd get like a bump on your head in like 5 minutes. Oh yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. So
It's not just it's like a partially bad cell. It tested out. See, it's got good voltage right now, but once you put it in the car, it was wreaking havoc. It's got 12.7 volts, so it's like There's nothing that would make you want to call out a battery, right?
I-
Like the
I-
starting voltage
I would
was good,
never.
running voltage
That's
was good.
so beyond my knowledge that
Can
that would ever happen.
I say that there is still an odd underlying issue that even though this failed and there's like whatever voltage fluctuation there is that is causing the overvoltage, there's still a 10 amp fuse that powers our ECU that when popped, it should not allow this to happen. It's still bypassing that voltage.
I also think there's a potential like chassis
So
gremlin
there's
somewhere.
something else that we're gonna have to dive deeper. Now, theoretically, if the battery is good, this would have never happened and will never happen again.
Yeah.
But in the eventuality that it does happen again, it's something that we eventually have to go through. So yeah, please, we're trying to do this as a team. So if you picture Calvin as a ground in the chassis, maybe it's touching when it shouldn't, or there's power connecting somewhere. Did you like belly scratches?
Oh, it's like a dog. Yeah, it works now. The other like question is like what could have caused the battery to go bad? I don't know. We always leave every single car on a tender. On the 4-post back there, every car is on a tender. Every car here is always on a tender. This is the tender we use. They're supposed to not overcharge. So I don't know. So leaving it down to the comment section down below if you have had any experience with this. It's a brand new battery. Purchased it in Connecticut when we like finished the car. It's less than 6 months old, and maybe I don't know. I really don't know. So the GTR is finally back. It's running. It's good. The giveaway car, the winner is gonna get picked. I think like today or tomorrow. So keep by your phones because I'm gonna be calling one of you guys. This thing is gonna get tuned tomorrow, and we are now officially. We keep making jokes. We're like we're a Skyline shop. Look at all that we know. We know so much stuff we don't want to know about RBs, and
I still don't want to like these. I
I'm
really
gonna
don't.
air it out.
I really don't.
They RPM like a baddie, dude.
They
These
sound
motors are
so
so cool, and I dislike that I like that.
Yeah, I will say too, the VCam, Andrew's got me hooked on the VCam because when he adjusted it properly, it just feels like it hits you like a V8 at really low, like 3K RPM, like right in
Yeah.
the nads.
yeah, it
I don't know, I
feels
like
feels
it.
good. It feels really good. So this isn't tuned for 91, right?
No.
Okay. All right. That being said, I'm gonna go to the nearest E85 station while this jet is just going up over my head and ruining the clip. I have some gas cans. Let's go get some E85 because we're about out of fuel on this car, so we can drive it today. How ironic, we're taking a Tesla to go
gas
get
station.
some fuel.
Oh, hey, what's up, Gator? What's going on, brother? I can see them. Maybe.
This area is like the worst place ever in San Diego. Look at how aggressive this is about to be. Are you gonna scrape? Anthony just scraped going straight over there. Look at how slanted we are.
It's so ridiculous.
Oh,
This is terrible.
All right, when that light turns green, I'm gonna film it and we're gonna see if we scrape. Oh! Try wheeling the Tesla, baby! So I have not driven this GTR really in over a month, and it feels so good to be back in it, man. This car is, as much as I love like Porsches and GT3 and all that stuff, I think that the 90s end era is truly just like top tier when it comes to the JDM side of things. This car still feels, because we rebuilt the whole thing, feels so silky and perfect. And sounds just so good. Makes all the right noises. It's so comfortable. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'll show you guys once we're not in traffic how it sounds now, and I'll show you the responsiveness too. We're only on 14 pounds, like I said, but it still rips. It's probably making like low fours right now. That's what my butt dyno would put it at. Okay, we're finally out of traffic. Let's do it first to like second or third here. Dude, it has so much like pep down low. Dude, the tone of the RB is so good. It's like the majestic trumpet, and the VQs and 350s are the obnoxious trumpets, which don't get
get me wrong, love 350s and 370s, but God, when you like open them up, they just sound not great, no offense. But this, when you get to like 55 and up, it's so good. And this is only like a bass tune. We have like a cutoff at like 7,500 RPM, and we are going to change it to like 8,400 RPM, like, and it's still gonna be making power. That's incredible. I'm gonna go back to second. Hike is light. That hike is light is because we just deleted some stuff. I need to get a little, there's like a pin or like a bulb or something you can do to like turn that light off. And it's crazy too on the difference of the noise on this car when we're only at 14 pounds. When we're at like upper 20s, the turbos are so much noisier and there's so much personality behind them. They're still arguably loud right now, but it's crazy on how loud they get when you're actually making some sauce. Oh my God. Let's do another 2-3 hit here. It's so good, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. Somebody pinch me. What do you think, Hilo? Yeah, I thought so too. This is the first time I think I've ever had all JDM cars in this garage. Have some other ones still outside, but R34 GTR, Veilside RX-7, our other RX-7, and the S14. I gotta swap these. If the Veilside was there, we'd have RX-7, RX-7, and if that was here, we would have the Midnight Purples, Nissans, similar paint schemes. That would be sick. Before we go any farther, we want to talk about something that I really only addressed on the Clips channel. For those that are followers of the Clips channel, I want to say thank you. And Vlogmas this year came to a halt. I'm actually currently not participating in it, as crazy as that sounds. As far as like the daily uploading thing, I really just don't have the bandwidth to do it. Before I left, I kind of told the Clips channel that I was going on a little brief break, and that's kind of what I want to address right now, because there was a lot of people that were like, what does that mean? And I kind of was a little vague with it. But up front, full transparency, I spent my last week at a retreatment center. I guess you could call it a rehab, but it wasn't for addiction or anything of that sort. When I was younger, and if you've been following the channel for a very long time, I was raised in a very loving home, but my mom had an accident, a brain accident, and she had a cardiac arrest when I was younger, and I don't want to get into it, but it was a very traumatic thing for me, and I became a caretaker at a very young age, and I just experienced a few things that were really traumatic for me. It wasn't really, we need to bleed the coolant. Yeah, we need to bleed this car. I can hear the coolant boiling on the inside. I experienced some things when I was younger that I didn't realize had a bunch of impact on me in my adult life. Things that I suppressed and pushed down and never really dealt with, and I finally, after years and years of encouragement from others and getting myself the courage to do it, I went to a place where they could help teach me and I could help learn more about myself. And to do that, it required a week of intensive work. And with that work brought a lot of tools and a lot of special people that I met at this place, and was so grateful for it. And I think that's really all I'm gonna say on it. But I got to go to a place to allow me to know myself a little bit more, and it was so awesome. And For the longest time, I wore this shield of keep moving forward and I'm not bothered by all the things that I experienced when I was younger that really fucked me up. And I wore it as a sign of manhood, and I realized that it was really damaging me and my relationships in life, and I wanted to improve that. And I'm so thankful. Sabrina's been trying to get me to go for a pretty long time. She was a really big supporter in it, so shout out to Sabrina. But I'm home now, and I feel so recharged and have a great mindset on life. And I want to encourage those out there who might have, if I'm saying something that kind of maybe might resonate with you, to maybe dive into that a little bit more, or go and find healthy ways for an outlet where you can get some more information about maybe how you could perceive help, because mental health is so real and so important. And it's something that people talk about, but I don't think everyone takes serious, or maybe may not think that it might not be for you. It is. It's for everyone. And there needs to be more people telling people that. So if it's any consolation I think people look at my life and my videos and think, oh, he has it all. Everything's perfect. That's not the case. We're all human, and these are all materialistic things. And none of this at the end of the day brings a level of happiness that truly loving yourself can bring. That's a good way to put that. So hopefully this can be an encouragement, or feel free to shoot me a DM or try to reach out to me on any social network, or comment down below, and I'd like to communicate with you guys, maybe help encourage you to find some help yourself if you need it. So I took a break. I wanted to explain that. I didn't want to leave you guys just hanging on that, and I thought better for me to talk about it on this main channel than on the smaller channel, so this message can reach as many of you as possible, because it's so. And side note, let me show you something. These are my new running shoes. I hate running, but I'm gonna start one of my New Year's resolutions early, and I encourage you to do the same. I'm gonna start running. As you guys know, we have a gym here and all that type of stuff. I already talked about that earlier, but I'm trying to include cardio. So if there are any people, it's a little side note, Calvin's little brother, Benedict started running, shout out to Benedict, like a year ago, and he became an absolute beast.
If you give me a Peloton treadmill for Christmas that you can run all you want on it.
Why would I get you a Peloton? Why would I get you a Peloton for Christmas? Well, you can run on the street. It's dangerous. I got her one of those for Christmas. Anyways, Benedict started running, and he's inspired me to start doing it. And me and Sabrina are going to start doing it. So if you're into running and have any tips on how to start and how long I should run the first time.
Sorry, I'm going to be running on my Peloton.
You're not getting a Peloton. Leave comments down below on some ways I should start. I was gonna go running today, and I was gonna film it, and I was excited, but as you can see, it's now pitch black outside, and where I live, there's not a lot of lights outside, and I don't wanna get hit by a car. Tonight, we have 3 fillets, doing TJ standard. I got a pot of rice right here, and we have some Brussels sprouts, in the oven. It's time for me to Gordon Ramsay it up. Rice, Brussels sprouts, meat. Let's go. Official review.
Fatty piece.
Oh, she ate fat. That we don't like the fatty pieces
We don't
in
like
this
that.
family.
We don't like that.
I didn't catch the reaction.
So good.
She loved it. She's a big fan.
TJ is so good with meat.
Anthony and Nate are coming over because we're gonna hot tub tonight. I'm gonna set up the camera. I heard him coming up because I could literally hear the music playing from his car. I'm gonna set this camera up. Oh, the dogs are gonna bark because they see the lights. Don't bark. Hey, knock it off. Don't be a naughty. I'm gonna try to scare him. We'll see if it works out.
Oh my god.
Wow. I totally blew it. Hey, Hilo, you're a naughty. We're going to naughty camp.
What are you doing with that Joey?
Wow.
What are you doing with that Joey? You don't want.
Love that for you guys.
Had a delicious meal.
What'd you have?
Really topped off my day. Baja beef from Board and Brew.
Amazing.
Ooh, the pool is chilly.
Who's pull punching tonight?